mostly sunny with 33 degrees Celsius. At 2 p.m. it's partly sunny with 34 degrees Celsius. At 3 p.m. it's partly sunny with 35 degrees Celsius. And at 4 p.m. it's partly sunny with 34 degrees Celsius. At 5 p.m. it's intermittent cloud with 33 degrees Celsius. And at 6 p.m. it's intermittent cloud with 32 degrees Celsius. At 7 p.m. it's mostly cloudy with 30 degrees Celsius. And at 8 p.m. it's mostly cloudy with 29 degrees Celsius. At 9 p.m. it's intermittent cloud with 28 degrees Celsius. And at 10 p.m. it's intermittent cloud with 28 degrees Celsius. At 11 p.m. it's partly cloudy with 27 degrees Celsius. Commercial city of Lagos this morning, it's cloudy with 31 degrees Celsius. At 11 a.m. it's mostly cloudy with 31 degrees Celsius. And at 12 p.m. it's mostly cloudy with 32 degrees Celsius. At 1 p.m. it's intermittent cloud with 32 degrees Celsius. And at 2 p.m. it's mostly cloudy with 33 degrees Celsius. At 3 p.m. it's mostly cloudy with 32 degrees Celsius. And at 4 p.m. it's cloudy with 32 degrees Celsius. At 5 p.m. it's cloudy with 32 degrees Celsius. At 6 p.m. it's thunderstorms with 31 degrees Celsius. At 7 p.m. it's cloudy with 30 degrees Celsius. And at 8 p.m. it's cloudy with 29 degrees Celsius. At 9 p.m. it's cloudy with 29 degrees Celsius. And at 10 p.m. it's cloudy with 29 Celsius. At 11 p.m. it's cloudy with 29 degrees Celsius. To the last city on the first segment, which is the vibrant city of Ibadan, where we are transmitting live from. At 10 a.m. in Ibadan this morning, it's cloudy with 30 degrees Celsius. At 11 a.m. it's cloudy with 31 degrees Celsius. At 12 p.m. it's cloudy with 33 degrees Celsius. At 1 p.m. it's cloudy with 34 degrees Celsius. And at 2 p.m. it's cloudy with 35 degrees Celsius. At 3 p.m. it's cloudy with 36 degrees Celsius. And at 4 p.m. it's cloudy with 36 degrees Celsius. At 5 p.m. it's cloudy with 34 degrees Celsius. And at 6 p.m. it's cloudy with 31 degrees Celsius. At 7 p.m. it's cloudy with 30 degrees Celsius. At 8 p.m. it's cloudy with 28 degrees Celsius. At 9 p.m. it's cloudy with 27 degrees Celsius. And at 10 p.m. it's cloudy with 20. So moving on to the second segment on the show this morning, which is the headlines making round of Nigerian newspaper. And the first newspaper is the Punch newspaper. The left story on the Punch newspaper this morning says, NEC postpones state police talks despite surge in killings, and page 2 has the details to that story. And there is one right after that story that says, NGF rises panel to tackle killings, propose massive. And above the line of Punch newspaper this Smith rears panels today as protests continue, and page 32 has the details to that story. 96 laptops, and page 14 has the details to that story. And the last story on the Punch newspaper this morning says, INEC studies Supreme Court judgment, and page 21 has the details to that story. So moving on to the Vanguard newspaper. The lead story on the Vanguard newspaper this one says, we are not bothered, says PDP, Labour Party, articles coalition, and page 5 has the details of that story. traders to that story. The first trader says 2027 between APC, Nigeria, says PDP. Delta defection mockery of democracy, says Abures Labour Party faction. The last trader says more governors joining on soon, says APC, and page 5 out the details to that stories. Story on the Vanguard newspaper says manufacturers spending on alternative energy surges 42% to 1.1 trillion naira, and page 19 has the details to that story. More Nigerians will become poor by 2027, says World Bank, and page 4 has the details to that story. Story on the Vanguard newspaper says NEC okays new text to board, $19 billion agribusiness livestock development plan, and page 8 has the details to that story. Better fiscal contract with citizens to reduce poverty, and page 3 has the details to that story. Story says again NEC defers deliberation on state police, insists on modern ranking, and page 3 has the details to that story.
Audio Jungle.
Its stabilization plan may group over 228 trillion naira as agency begins review, and page 30 has the details to that story. Gunmen abduct 14 passengers in Benue, and page 2 has details to that story.
Audio Jungle.
First quarter 2025, UBA profit rises by 30.65% to 204 billion naira, and page 6 has the details to that story.
Èmi èjìrí ọ̀kí ló ń kéde léyìí sí gbogbo etí ọmọ aráyé pátápátá. Ẹjẹ́ bá FM dòwò pọ̀ ká lè sórí ire nìtọ́rẹ́ ní tá a bá ń fẹ́ l'Ẹlẹ́dùmarè máa fẹ́.
Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi lọ́kùnrin ẹ̀lọ́ àmẹ́fà, mo ń fi àsìkò ìròyìn wípé kẹ́ máa gbọ́ AIM FM rédíò and TV.
AIM FM ní kẹ́ ẹ máa gbọ́, ẹ má gbé kúrò níbẹ̀ nígbà gbogbo. Ẹni tó bá rí jó tí ò jó, ẹni tó bá láyọ̀ tí ò yọ̀, ọjọ́ tí ò pẹ́ ni ó sunra rẹ̀ láwọ̀ ara. AIM FM ló ní kẹ́ ẹ rí jó kẹ́ ẹ jó.
Following the meeting held Thursday morning in Abuja, they stated that as an immediate step to address the sudden killings in parts of the country, the governor have not set up the committee to collaborate with security agency head on joint strategy. Since the report killing of the least 15 people on March 9 in a series renewed attack by the suspected herdsmen in Katsina local government area of Borno State, more lives have been lost in a wave of attack on various communities. On April 14th, an attack on Ziki Helmet Kempak State resulted in the death of at least on the daily struggle of Nigerian people. Speaking in Abuja on Thursday, the PDP's acting national chairman, Umar Damagun, presented the certificate of return to the Chief Ezenwa Jude, the party candidate of the upcoming Anambra State governorship election. But beyond the local context, Damagun used the occasion to highlight what he believed in the deeper meaning of 2027 race. He described Nigeria as a country where daily survival has become a challenge for ordinary people. Damagun comments comes aimed political shake-ups, with the PDP especially following the high-profile defection of Delta State Governor Sharif Uboweri and the former governor Ifeanyi Okowa, along with the entire state. PDP leader expressed disappointment nothing to support Delta State has received from the party in recent years, and the details of the news is on Punch newspaper. To arrest 6 CBX promoter. The Federal High Court in Abuja has granted the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission permission to arrest and detain 6 alleged promoters of crypto bribe exchange recently involved in the massive cryptocurrency investment fraud worth over $1 billion. Justice Emeka Tweet gave the order on Thursday following an X platform persuading members to the public to invest in cryptocurrency with promising Atiku Saraki spearhead PDP insurgents to aim key defection. The opposition coalition led by the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and immediate past Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai on Thursday hit back at the presidency, saying the defection of Delta Governor Sheriff Uboweri, holder of the coalition and former National Vice Chairman Northwest of All Progressive Congress. Lukman was reacting to Monday trolling by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, who mocked Atiku, saying his coalition will be crumbled following the defection.